Welcome back to the channel, folks. This video is going to be a little different. We are taking this Predator 212 non-Hemi engine and we are just going to mock this thing up. So let's just get this thing out of the box and start getting it bare down to just the head of the engine. Everything off the engine, I'm tapping the cover holes with a 5/16 tap, and then I am going to put, just bolt them up and put some lock nut on it, so let's get that done. Alright, we got some lock thread here, base. Not coming out, hopefully. So we don't want all this metal shavings inside the engine while it's rolling around, so don't forget to clean all this out. Make sure you get every single spec the best you can. But tabs, they look nice. I'm excited to be recording. I just got all of my parts that are going into this block and I cannot wait till this is together. So let's just unbox these and show you what I got. Alright folks, so we have a lot right here and pretty much it's all billet or aluminum. So first up we got the stock block from a Predator 212 non-Hemi engine, completely stripped down, and then we have the billet side wheel. This is going to be sweet. And then we have the billet side cover. And we have a 14cc head. And we are actually going to be porting and polishing this. And this comes with billet retainers and 28-pound springs. And then we have the billet arm. We have flat top piston, and then we have the cam. It's got a piston ring in there, and you're going to want to take 25 thousandths of an inch and make sure the gap with the ring is good, and it is. Take some Lucas assembly lube, and you got to make sure everything is lubed up before you even put oil in it. So we're gonna actually put some on the cam. Might take a couple tries. There we go. So the two dots I was talking about are right there. They gotta be lined up. Just give that a couple spins. Alright. Should be good. Installing the piston rings are a little challenging. So there's two slimmer ones and like a wavy one. Those are like sandwich. The wavy one, that's on the bottom, and then the thicker ones are lettered. Yeah, that says DY, and the other one says D. D goes on the second, and then DY goes on the top. I do have a special tool for the rings so I don't break them.
Alright, and then you're going to want to make sure that these gaps on the bigger ones are opposite. So there's the first gap, and then the other gap is on the other side, just like that. So I ported and polished the head off of camera, but as you look down there, this is the intake. It's all nice and smooth. You don't want to polish the intake, but you do want to polish the exhaust. So that's what I did. So I just grinded it down a little bit, and then I actually went back twice for this one to fit my carburetor, and it's nice and smooth. Now I'm just gonna round out the circle. These pistons come with these C-clips. There's two of them. One goes on each side. So I gotta put this one in now. And the easiest way is to do it with a pick. There you go. In the meantime, we can put the sealant on the side cover. For the flywheel, we're going to put some valve grinding compound on, just a little bit. And then we're going to spin the flywheel on. And then you're going to want to clean all of this off. Alright, so we have done a lot with this head so far. So for the intake manifold, we have, I believe it's a 22mm carburetor, and it's in this manifold. So we actually ported the intake. I don't know. I have this wide open, but you can kind of see straight through it. So what I did was that I grinded and just ported the head of it. That would match up with the manifold, and so it's like almost perfect. I have to do a little more grinding, but I did that so I can allow as much air and gasoline mixture into the combustion area. But I did port it, and then I have to polish this because I don't want this to be like rough, I guess you could put it, because that, like, the combustion of the exhaust will stick to the walls, and it's just not good. It'll cause your head to overheat. But you do just want to just port the intake. You don't want it to, you don't want to polish that. There is still a little more work to do on the head. I have to put some JB weld on the bolts that I tapped and put lock thread on the governor holes, and then there's the oil sensor hole down here that still needs to be tapped with a bolt. And then I also did drill out the oil. There's a tiny hole in the middle down there, and I drilled that out a little more so the oil can just circulate the engine a little more by polishing the exhaust port. It's got that kind of mirror look to it. That's kind of what you want. And right now we are going to put some valve grinding compound, and then just spin the valves on here just so it has a nice seal. What I mean by that is take some valve grinding and then pop her in. You want to get it around the edge right here. Put the valve in, and then on the other side you just want to spin it. So once you do that to the valves, you'll have this little gap on the valve. It's about the size of a fingernail. Yeah, it's about that big, but that'll just help so the valves can close more. Now we're gonna assemble the head, and I got ahead of myself, and I already put the carburetor and the manifold already on, and I like where it's sitting, so I don't want to take it off right now. But we're gonna get these heads in, so we gotta get some lube, about that much, and then make sure it's all over the piston before you put it in. We will be adding these 32-pound springs in with these valves. So I have a tool for it. So even with I had my sister's help, this took about 45 minutes. I do suggest getting this tool. This tool helps. We are putting the piston into the engine, and I have a piston compressor here, and you just want to take a hammer on the end of it and just pound it in. Make sure arrow side is down. Just like that. A little more pounding. There we go. You're gonna want those two dots to connect. It's time to put this whole engine back together, and I already measured out that I'm gonna need 3 shims. I already got them right here, and they're gonna go on the camshaft, and then we are gonna assemble this whole engine back together. Ventilation hose, we got a clear valve cover. I got this because I'm getting 1.3 ratio rockers, so it'll be nice to show that off a little bit with this valve cover. And we are going to tap some holes, one on the top, which I already started, 2 on the sides. I'm tapping the last hole on the block. I have a 7/16 tap, and then I will be putting a 7/16 bolt and nut with lock thread on it. Alright, this is the first start on the engine I just built. So let's just see how it sounds with the custom exhaust I made. Gotta let it warm up! That's gonna be the wrap up on today's video. Hope you guys like this content. I do plan on putting this on a frame, so if you guys want to see the performance of this engine, please subscribe and follow Journey along. And if you guys have any comments or questions, please let me know. I try to respond to every single comment possible. And if you guys want to see some bonus clips of just my YouTube channel, go follow my Instagram at HPCarts. And I just upload pictures and short reels of what the next video is going to be. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, comment, see you guys in